I was thinking for this movie here we have Drew Barrymore and Justin Jake Long.
Yes.
A hip young couple falling in and out of love. I don't know whether there was a huge amount of research that you had to do for this part.
No, didn't do any research. We just kind of threw ourselves into it.
Well, but the notion to it, obviously love is for many people is all you need, but also for a lot of people love is a pain in the ass because it can be difficult. And I kind of admire this movie for the fact it kind of goes into that area of how things can be messed up.
Yeah, sure.
But it really goes down there because at times it felt like I was watching 500 Days of Bummer. That feeling that you get when you're just thinking, what am I doing
here? Did you just come
here?
up with that?
I did. It works though. 500 Days of Bummer.
When did you write that?
When I saw the movie, I thought of that. That's a good title. But that notion that obviously that's part of the appeal.
I'm going to work it in.
Hey.
It is, absolutely, yeah.
Right.
For better or for worse. I mean, if people aren't into movies like that, that are sort of explore those highs and lows, but I appreciated that about the movie. And I do like the other. I like the movies that are just light and fantastical, and they have to overcome some problem that no one can ever really relate to, like. All of a sudden, the woman turns into a turtle, and the guy has to figure out how to love her despite that. And,
so we don't get much porn in Ireland, so I didn't see that movie. But
you don't?
Obviously in Connecticut and places
you guys
like
probably
that,
don't need it.
That kind of porn is probably very popular over there, but we don't get that.
Porn?
We just the turtle thing. We don't.
Oh no, I meant in the sense of like a lot of like romantic comedies, like mainstream.
I was joking with you.
Well, I was joking with you about.
But no, I was joking with you first. So
I was joking when I introduced myself.
No, I joked first, so I
was joking when I said I was sick because I just didn't want to touch you.
Oh, okay, I'm going to go then. That's outrageous.
You don't have a lot of porn.
But you are sick. You just proved you're sick. You just went on about turtles and.
I am sick. You don't have a lot of porn in Ireland?
We do, but we don't make a lot of porn.
Catholic, it's very.
Yeah.
Oh, the higher.
And leprechauns aren't really cool in porn. I mean, midget's funny, but for some reason the leprechaun thing is not working for us.
Cannot disagree enough.
Well, Jennifer Aniston got on with leprechauns, but I don't think many beautiful women get excited by leprechauns.
Again, I wholeheartedly disagree.
You do? But see, you're into the turtle thing, so that's probably close.
Yeah, I like leprechaun on gnome action. That's my jam.
But you're going to need like a fairly close-up lens.
Like
you can't do master shots are hard because you don't know if they're there. You can't really see them. How far away are they? That sort of.
No, because they're very disproportionate. I don't know if you've ever seen a gnome make love.
Not a gnome.
To a leprechaun.
No, but just leprechauns, but not.
Well, don't knock it till you experience it.
Garden gnome, does that count? Would a garden gnome work?
Yeah, because they're rigid and they're stiff.
We should move on because I think we could go into an area that might go X-rated.
I'm sorry, but we're there.
We are there.
Sorry to break it to you.
Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of X-rated stuff in this movie with dry humping and talking about tips of penises and masturbation. And
I love it.
Was that sort of something that you felt, as again when you read the script, this is a little bit different, this will stick out?
Yeah, I mean, I look for that. I look for things that are that overt, sexually overt. I in whatever I do. And if it's not there on the page, I try to inject it.
So dodgeball was a metaphor really for something else. Okay.
For balls.
Okay, of course.
Not much of it. It's not a stretch.
Right. I just didn't get that. That's bizarre.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a penis. That's what they're saying.
That was the original script, wasn't it?
Yes, the untitled testicle comedy. I looked for what was nice about this script was that it was all of that sexual dialogue and all the crude stuff. It didn't seem like it was there just for the sake of having like crude talk. It didn't seem like it was misplaced. It felt like it was honest and it was part of the context of the script. It was part of like a reality that the script was going for, which. It never felt like forced, and if it did, if ever there were moments, we would either pull it back a little bit or kind of expound on it as was necessary. Like, for example, the scene where Charlie's, making a bowel movement, he's moving his bowels with the door open. That whole scene was originally about just that. It was about him talking about it and squeezing, and it was really over the top and too much, and it didn't do anything to service the story. And so we combined that with a scene where I'm talking about, how I tell Drew's character that I love her. So it made it that much. I think it made it funnier because we're having this very real discussion about love, and that is the first time I told her I love her. And the backdrop is Charlie with the door open, defecating, and only once in a while would we check in with him and kind of like. But it made it a lot more kind of layered. So you had poo and love and poo and love and.
See, that's Irish porn. That's how it works for us.
Really?
Yeah, poo and love. It's just continuous back and forth. Leprechauns love that for some reason. They just get into all that kind of stuff. I don't know what it is, but
it's like
just works for them.
2 leprechauns in a cup.
That's the one. Yeah. Rock and roll. I better go. I've been giving a friendly finger.
Didn't want to get you sick.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, man.
Was your very first thing at Clint